it wasn't a place for that. So why he would come up to me like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And he wasn't even like in the right state of mind anyway, so.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
And he just said he bought 400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that?
$1 million
Things took a darker
property
turn
scam.
when Gervonta
He says
Davis
Mayweather
claimed
isn't in the
Mayweather
right
was
state of
detained
mind,
in Dubai
claiming he
over
deceives
unpaid
those around him
jewelry
and even
debts.
scammed Davis
True or not,
personally during their
the story
time working
fuels the
together.
perception of a
And
man
accuses him of
living
being a
beyond his
massive
means,
fraud. $1 million
caught in a
property
cycle of
scam.
luxury he
He
can't
says
afford,
Mayweather isn't in
at
the right
odds
state
with
of
the
mind,
flawless image
claiming he
tries to
deceives those
portray.
around him and even
This person. Yeah. But people they wasn't around like long enough to understand that. They just no bias type shit, like you said.
a
Further
refusal
reports
to adapt.
from Dubai paint an
One
even
thing is
messier
clear.
picture.
Floyd Mayweather
Several vendors
refuses
have
to change
accused
standing
Mayweather
pattern.
of taking luxury goods
From legal
without
issues
upfront
to
payment,
shady deals,
damaging relationships,
even if the
and
price
leaving
is his
unpaid
financial
bills
future.
behind. It's more than
Whether
bad
driven by
manners.
ego, addiction
It's a
to
risky
recent development,
pattern of
it's part of a
financial
long
irresponsibility.
Mayweather's questionable
one
behavior
that could cause
is,
even the wealthiest
if anything,
to collapse if
they've
their
escalated
empire
to
is built on
status
borrowed
or
time.
haven't slowed.
400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
There's more
we're not
scamming
done
to be
yet,
done.
and it's not over.
Oh my God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he fucking didn't.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
About
Davis
how
also
someone who
opened up
brags
about
about
the toxic
liquidity could
nature of
fall
his
behind on
relationship with
obligations. His
Mayweather,
transparency
describing
only
it
made
as
things
rooted in
worse,
manipulation.
raising eyebrows. Financial strategy
Floyd's
came under
lavish
fire
gifts
when the
were less about
IRS placed a
generosity
lien on him for
and more
overdraft.
about control.
Keeping cash
A
spread
way
across
to exert
multiple
power
accounts,
through
he
money.
had $123
But
million
such
sitting in one bank
behavior
account.
erodes trust and damages
Mayweather made
relationships
headlines
over
when he
time,
told
turning
ESPN
financial
back in
support into
2013
emotional
he presented
leverage.
it as
How much money do you have in your bank account?
Which account? Which bank?
You have more than one account?
Absolutely.
I don't even have one account. Give me the amount of money you have in one of your accounts.
200 million? 300 million?
Dollars?
Yeah. In different accounts.
sums
Mayweather's
as
ego
negligible.
isn't limited to wealth.
If they were chump
it
change,
extends to his legacy.
$100,000 or even
Davis
to ship with
claimed
money.
Floyd can't stand
Mayweather's
to see
former
rising
accountant
fighters
offered
surpass
chilling
him.
insight into
Rather
Floyd's
than
casual or
uplift new
life-changing.
talent,
But
Mayweather
for
holds them
Mayweather, for
back
most
to
people,
protect his own
that
status,
kind of money is through
revealing a deep
$100,000 as
insecurity
it didn't
and a
move
fear
the
of
needle.
becoming irrelevant.
Dismissing amounts like
They're just residences making 100, 200 grand here or there, $50,000 not going to affect. But for those large investors, obviously that's becoming very concerning, because if you've got a building, big mall or something else, it could be worth $100 million. All of a sudden you've got a $10 million profit on there that's now going to be taxed at 37 or 40 versus 20 to 24. Huge difference. So that's the biggest one people are keeping their eye on.
Mayweather doesn't just live extravagantly.
his earnings have been
He showcases
astronomical,
it
but
constantly.
with Mayweather,
His social media is
it's a
gallery
scenario
of
that
excess,
seems only to learn he
designer
owes
goods,
double.
luxury
He imagined
cars,
Floyd
and
getting a
opulence on
$25 million
display.
tax bill,
But the constant need to
yet
prove
his money
wealth
management
raises
remains
questions.
questionable. So much
If you're
money and
truly
still face
secure,
financial issues.
why the Daily Show?
Can someone make so ridiculous?
It's just neglect to
It's
pay.
neglect, and it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, "Hey, it's time to pay your taxes," and you go like, "All right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money." And then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more." And he's just like, that can't be right.
You know
I've
what's
given
not
you
good?
$25 million.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, like what are you talking about, man?
He's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash. Hilarious. I love
Yeah,
it.
he has $15 million worth of cars.
Congratulations.
But he doesn't drive.
I like it. Good. You can sell those. They're worth a lot of money. You can get that money too.
Yeah.
You know, it's he's really interesting in the amount of money that he's able to generate.
Yeah.
But beneath
Whether
the
it's
surface,
purchasing
this
rare
move
watches or
screams
exotic
classic
cars,
Mayweather.
Mayweather ensures
He never
the
desired to
cameras
buy
are
the
always
legendary
rolling.
boxing brand and
Every
make them
purchase
big
is
again
a performance. Every deal
when his
content.
finances are under scrutiny.
It goes beyond spending.
The irony
it's
is
about
staggering.
branding.
Here's a man
But this
rumored to be
nonstop
broke.
flaunting can
A
feel
CEO
like overcompensation.
wasn't just a gesture of goodwill.
Especially when
It
financial
was tied to his
rumors
wealth
continue
and
to
dreaming of
swirl.
acquisitions like
While
he's
most
in his
would
financial
scale
prime.
back, Mayweather
The
seems
disconnect
to spend
between
even
us
more.
is more important to him.
He settled on investing his money, and one of the places that he invested in was One Vanderbilt in New York City. He has proudly recalled his investment in that skyscraper multiple times. He once said during an interview that people should Google his name along with the name One Vanderbilt, and they would see that he's a part of that project. He also referred to that building as being one of the tallest in the entire city, which was indeed a factual statement on his part. Even the host was surprised to hear about all this.
I own nine skyscrapers in New York City.
9 skyscrapers?
Yes.
Let me ask you this question.
He getting it to him.
Do you think that would be possible if you never bought yourself out of the top rank contract?
Well, I bought myself on my contract for $750,000. And in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was
I think
because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss. That I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's what I do.
Shannon Sharp didn't mince words when he
No matter how
criticized
much he can
Mayweather's
take,
exhibition fight
creating a
with Logan
lifestyle
Paul,
of illusion
calling
rather
it
than true
undignified.
wealth. Luxury
Though
vehicles,
Mayweather's
mansions,
boxing
and
record is
endless
legendary,
extravagance.
his bout
Habits
with
are out of
Pacquiao
control.
was historic.
His spending
post-career choices
Despite bringing in
clouded
10,
that
one of
legacy.
Mayweather's own business partners
The
pulled back
greatness
the curtain
remains,
on the harsh
but it's now
reality behind
shadowed by
Floyd's
decisions that
finances.
many see
Expenses
as beneath
reportedly
the
hit the
champion of
100
his
habits are
caliber.
out of control.
You know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
I see what
we
you're saying.
say we make $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved
that's
up.
a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion, and I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
Yeah, I think he could do that with no problem.
Living far beyond his means, drowning in luxury, he can no longer if it was held in Dubai due to unpaid jewelry debts. Whether true or not, the story things get even darker with allegations from Gervonta Davis, who claimed Mayweather hard to ignore the whispers that his empire is built on sand. Mayweather tries to uphold. Making it clashes with the pristine image paints a dangerous picture of a man living far
proving his focus on
not
easy pay
substance.
fights.
It weakens trust,
Critics say
corrodes
these are more for
relationships,
show
and
than
ultimately
real
drives
sport.
people away. Describing a
They
relationship
believe
rooted
Mayweather
in
is more into
manipulation
making
and
cash
control.
than competing.
Mayweather's
He says
gifts,
these are fun
rather than
and
acts
help
of
grow wealth and
generosity, served
legacy.
as methods of
But
power,
boxing fans
especially
argue these
financially.
fights cheapen the sport.
But such
Fighting
behavior
non-boxers
backfires
like
Howard.
social media stars
By
turns
flooding
real
those around him
competition
with
into pure
material
show.
things, he maintained
One
dominance.
example is the Logan
Things
Paul
get even
match,
darker with
which many
allegations
saw as
from
a stunt.
Gervonta Davis, who
These
claimed
fights
Mayweather
make
hard to
money, but
ignore
risk
the
turning
whispers that
boxing
his
into flashy
empire is built
entertainment,
on sand.
not a test of skill.
Mayweather tries to uphold.
That shift could push
making
away
it
real
hard to
fans
ignore
and
the
hurt
whispers
sport's
that his
future.
empire.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is supposedly held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get online right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Mayweather's
using his reputation to delay
new.
or dodge
It's
payment.
Been part of his story for
Multiple
years.
vendors have claimed
From
Mayweather bought luxury goods without paying up front.
The drama has
an
only
apparent habit.
intensified.
Other reports from
Whether
Dubai
driven
only
by
paid
ego,
bills.
addiction to fame,
This isn't just
or
careless.
resistance to
It's a
change.
patential recklessness.
One thing is certain:
can crash if
Floyd
credit is their
Mayweather
foundation.
refuses to evolve,
He risks
even if it
burning
threatens
bridges
his
that could
financial
haunt him.
stability.
Even a billion broken.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just trying to screw in the wrong people.
In 2013,
especially financially.
Mayweather boasted to
But
ESPN
such behavior
that he had
backfires.
$123 million
Mayweather's
sitting in a
ego
single
turned
bank
financial
account,
aid into
framing it as
Mayweather's gifts
financial wisdom.
rather than acts of
But that
generosity
image
served as
crumbled when the
methods
IRS
of
hit
describing
him
a
with
relationship
$22 million
rooted in
tax
manipulation
lien for
and control.
unpaid dues from
Not
2015.
about his toxic dynamic with
The
Floyd.
revelation
Gervonta
raised
Davis has
serious
spoken
questions.
outward.
How could
By
someone
flooding
with so
those
much
around him
cash
with
fall
material
so far
things,
behind?
it weakens trust,
It
erodes
highlighted the difference
relationships,
between
and
appearing
ultimately
rich
drives
and
people who will aid
understanding
into
money
emotional
management.
chains.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Mayweather's
This
former
gatekeeping
accountant
exposes
offered
a fragile
startling
ego
glimpse into
desperate
his
for
reckless
validation.
money habits.
Davis
Describing
revealed
how
that Floyd can't
treated
stand to see younger
$100,000
fighters rise above him.
$200,000 like
Instead of
pocket
encouraging
change.
new champions,
For
he
most
holds them
people,
back to maintain his
that
status.
kind of money is
Vince.
life-altering.
A concern
But to
that
Mayweather,
wealth and
it was
fame
barely
can't
worth
suppress
noticing.
doesn't stop.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was gonna beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have like handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think
He was hurt. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Finna be there. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like a
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate like
Yeah,
the fighter?
yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he, cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
Joe
He's
Rogan summed up
performatively
the
rich.
public's confusion well.
But flaunting
How
wealth,
does someone make that much
his
money and
social
still
media
face
is a
financial
museum
trouble?
of excess.
He
Walls
joked
of
about
luxury
Mayweather
shoes,
getting a $25
garages
million
full of
tax
items
bill,
stacked like
only to
props.
find out he owed
He isn't
double.
just wealthy,
It sounds
instantly creates
absurd,
questions.
but with
If you're
Mayweather
truly
seems all too
secure,
real.
why large?
Despite earning
He
massive
broadcasts
sums,
it.
his financial
Untouched
discipline
designer.
remains
Mayweather
questionable.
doesn't just.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loves golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 Finals. And thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
The showcase deals also feels like overcompensation. Mayweather's spending.
It was part
every
of a plan
deal
to
becomes
purchase and
content,
revive the
every
iconic
purchase a
boxing
performance.
brand.
Buying watches
But beneath
or
the
cars,
surface, it was
Floyd
classic
ensures there's
Floyd.
a camera nearby.
Even under
Whether
financial
it's unlike
scrutiny,
most who
he
would cut
couldn't
back,
resist.
Floyd doubles down
Flaunting wealth.
and flaunting,
The
unbothered
irony
by
is
financial
striking.
warning signs.
A man rumored to be
has
broke
shown
still
no
acting
signs
like a
of
mogul,
slowing down, even when
highlighting how
rumors of debt
appearances
pile
matter
up.
more to him than financial
He
reality.
continues buying, traveling.
Disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
Real
Achievements
estate
remain
has long been a
untouched.
passion
The
for
shadow
Mayweather,
cast by his
with investments
post-career
ranging from
choices, his
lavish
career
homes
was
to
historic.
skyscrapers in New York
His
City.
fight against how a once
On the
legendary
surface, it
boxer
appears
reduced
strategic,
himself to
a
sideshows
move into
for a
serious
paycheck.
investing.
There's Sharp pointed
But his
out
track
pride.
record suggests
But
ego-driven
while his
spending,
boxing, no
more
denying
than smart
Mayweather's
portfolio
undeniable.
building. He's
The
mentioned
legend
his
remains,
investment
but
in One
the
Vanderbilt
legacy is being
multiple
tested.
times,
Achievements
proudly
remain
associating
untouched.
himself
The
with one of
shadow cast by
NYC's
his
tallest
post-career
towers.
choices, his
It's
career
less
was
about
historic.
income and more about image.
His fight.
Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete in the world.
Video.
One of Mayweather's business
Stay
partners
tuned.
revealed the uncomfortable
That's it
truth.
for today's. Until
Floyd
next time.
spends more than he earns.
His social media is a museum
Despite
of
making
excess.
millions, his monthly
Walls of
outlays
luxury shoes,
on jets,
garages full of
mansions, and
items
luxury
stacked like
toys
props.
are so
He isn't
high,
just
they
wealthy,
eclipse
instantly
his
creates
income.
questions.
It's a
If you're
lifestyle
truly
built
secure,
more on illusion
why
than
achievements
sustainable
remain
wealth.
untouched?